What's up everybody, Cursing Mushroom here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today, Guardians, we're going to be talking about a build that is really close to my heart because, well, first things first, it's going to require you to have the Synthoceps. And that's why it's close to my heart, is because it's the exotic that I wanted the most when D2 came out, and I got them and I was just not impressed. But since the recent buff, oh, they're amazing with this build especially. Because this is what I wanted to use it with originally, but it just wasn't strong enough. Now, without all this talking and jibber jabber, let's get into it, and we'll talk why this is going to be amazing for you Guardians that like to use the Titan. So, first things first, we're going to look at the armor that I'm using. So, of course, I've got the Future War Cult, just because that's what I use for Arc. I have a recovery mod here on my helmet. I have a resilience mod on my gauntlets, an arc grenade mod on my chest, recovery mod on my boots, and a arc subclass ability regeneration on my mark. Now the reason I'm using it in this configuration is I'm trying to get that max recovery of 10. My mobility is 2, it's okay, and I want my resilience to be at least 4 in case I decide to use this in the Crucible. Now, why am I using recovery 10? Well, this is relying on a lot of regeneration, and I want to make sure that I can get that as quickly as possible because I'm going to be in the enemy's face quite often. Now, we're using the Striker, obviously, and we're using the Code of the Juggernaut. Well, why are we using the Code of the Juggernaut? Well, I will tell you. There's some great things that synergize with the Synthoceps. I'm going to read this off to you so it's fresh in your mind, and then we're going to go to the Synthoceps and look at what they do. So the first one here is Frontal Assault. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to reload your weapon and increase your weapon stability. So whenever you get an ability melee kill, so not when it's not charged, it has to be charged, it reloads your weapon and your weapon gets increased stability. It's got reversal. Melee kills immediately trigger health regeneration, and you do not have to have the melee ability active. Anytime you get a melee kill, it triggers that health regeneration that we're looking for. Now the bottom one is Knockout. Critically wounding an enemy or breaking their shields increases your melee range and damage. And then Trample. Destroying enemies with Fist of Havoc extends its duration. These are all viable for the Synthoceps, and we'll look at it here in a second. I'm using the Catapult Lift for that strong burst of speed. You can use whichever you want. I'm using the Towering. I'll use the Rally in the raids, but Towering 90% of the time. And I like the Lightning Grenade. That's just me personally. Use whichever you prefer as well there. We're going to go back here. And so this is what the Synthoceps do. Increased melee lunge range, improved melee and super damage when surrounded. So this is going to be very synergetic when we're talking about how we can get kills and increase the length of our super, because you're going to be doing more damage. And this melee that we're trying to take advantage of to regenerate our health is going to do increased damage as well. Now you can literally one-shot yellow bar captains, because as long as you're surrounded and you're taking all these things into consideration, you've got all the perks procced, you can one-hit melee them, and that is fantastic. The video footage I'm going to show you guys today is nothing but melees. There may be a bullet or two shot in there, but mostly it is melees. You're going to be blown away. I was blown away after I used it vigorously, and I really enjoy using it. It's fun because who doesn't like punching everything, not dying because you're healing, and then using your super as long as you want, as long as there's something to attack continuously. If there's nothing to attack, then you'll lose your super pretty quick, but it is what it is. Try to chain kills. Even if you have to shoulder charge to get close to hit the target, one target, it's worth it. And note as well, when you shoulder charge while you're in your super, it heals you as well. So make sure if you're low on health and you need it while you're in battle and you're using your super, shoulder charge somebody and it will heal you. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I'm going to play some gameplay, some music as usual. And guys, with that being said, I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, day, or night, wherever you may be. Cursing Mushroom out. Enjoy the gameplay.
Synthocep.